The Acolyte is potentially providing a little bit of healing over there for beleaguered Star Wars fans. Not with the content that it provides, but with all of the laughs over the preceding months. Like, I know it did come at the expense of desecrating canon and making a lot of people pull their hair out over inclusions, like, making Yoda complicit in some of those ridiculous attempts and trying to drag Darth Plagueis into the story kicking and screaming. But don't worry, in a couple of weeks' time, we'll probably see this series get scrubbed by Disney off Disney Plus, and we'll never have to think about it again once all of this screaming and childish shippers move off to something, I don't know, equally as insufferable. But the good that got brought to light is Lucasfilm can't continue to spend money like a drunken sailor out on shore leave. We're going to, at some point in time, have to look internally and go, wow, we can't waste $180 million on something like that. We can't just continue to puke out content. And perhaps they were already thinking this, because I'm just thinking out there, okay, even before The Acolyte, even before this show dropped in late May and ran throughout all of Pride Month, I know, right? A big shock on that one. What was left? Okay, what did they already have announced? Skeleton Crew was supposed to be a follow-up, and I know that that's the next thing that's coming out, but I don't even know if there's a release date for that. I know that there is, I just don't know what it is, and frankly, I don't care enough to look it up. I think that's coming out before the end of the year. Ahsoka Season 2 was announced. I don't know if they've begun production on that, and they're supposed to start shooting Mandalorian and Grogu next year, I think May next year, for a 2026 release date. But yeah, the idea that The Acolyte killed Disney Star Wars, and they're cutting down their live action shows to one per year, they might have already been on that trajectory, mostly due to the fact that nobody's watching this stuff anymore, because the Skeleton Crew, nobody's going to watch that. Okay, like, that's just going to simply be a fart in the wind. Maybe people will pay attention if there's going to be anything funny about it, but it's like, some of the creatives behind it, yeah, they might be all right. Might be fine. All right, I forgot Andor Season 2. That's coming out at the beginning of next year. And people are kind of looking forward to that, the small group of people who watched Season 1, but that came out, fall of 2022? So yeah, 30 months removed from the first season into the second season. I don't see a lot of hits on the horizon. Andor Season 2 might be good. Skeleton Crew might be inoffensive, but it all started to slow down based on how bad Disney Star Wars has actually been. The Acolyte was just simply the worst of the bunch. Now, Obi-Wan was more canon-destroying. Book of Boba Fett, obviously, destroying other legacy characters, but as The Mandalorian, on an upward trajectory, people still generally like the first season, and now they're starting to retroactively, reappraise the second season for the trash that it was, and Season 3, well, it was dying on the vine as it was releasing, but it's the hype around, Ahsoka Season 2 looking like, oh cool, we're gonna pilfer more stuff from the cartoon. Yeah, I can't wait for Mortis and all that crowd. That's gonna be super exciting. Anyways, following the massive failure and cancellation of The Acolyte, it's claimed that Disney and Lucasfilm will be releasing only one Star Wars series a year on Disney Plus. The Acolyte reportedly cost upwards of $200 million. Yeah, 180 is what was reported, but obviously could be much more than that. We will likely figure that out next year with tax returns and all that stuff. But anyways, it happens to be the lowest rated in terms of viewership and least watched Star Wars series on Disney Plus. Yeah, I haven't got an update on any of those viewership numbers, like what the finale was looking like, and at this point in time, no news is probably atrocious news. Anyways, Disney CEO Bob Iger has confirmed, a whopping $4 billion streaming loss for the company, but it is supposed to turn a profit this year. Bob, what happened? Now, the rumor comes via scooper Daniel RPK, who earlier in September said Star Wars will be reducing its live-action TV output. According to what Daniel told fans on his Patreon, Lucasfilm does have several Star Wars series in development. Yeah, we've heard that. It's just, unless they're going to be new, unique stories, we don't really know. Like I said, Andor, Skeleton Crew, Ahsoka Season 2. You'd think with the announcement of Mandalorian and Grogu, that's going to be the finality of the Mandalorian show, because, well, Season 3 was incredibly aimless, and it ended so stupidly. Unless Bo-Katan's just going to get her own show, like, is that what you're going to do? Is that how you're going to kind of continue that post-OT, pre-sequel trilogy timeline? Is that what you're going to do to try to flesh that stuff out? But however, he said starting next year, Lucasfilm will only be releasing one live-action Star Wars series a year. I'm hearing from several series are in development, but it seems they plan to release only one live-action series per year starting 2025. But like I said, and like we've theorized here, I can think of 3 shows, potentially 4 maybe, but hey, there could be hope for another one or another live action movie that we haven't heard about, and that could end up being, yes, the Lando Calrissian movie, because we know that the vehicle to reintroduce Lando Calrissian was such a gigantic hit because Solo wasn't the first Star Wars film to lose money or anything like that. It's not like that wasn't a meme that was going around in 2018. No, of course not. But Donald Glover, who is, he's quite possibly the most disconnected from reality actor that I can think of. Like, I can't remember the last time he had a good take about anything, but hey, he's Childish Gambino, and you can't make fun of him because This Is America was such biting political satire and whatever. He's an idiot. But Donald Glover thinks Star Wars has become a little too serious. I beg your pardon? Star Wars has become too serious. Outside of Andor, outside of Rogue One, would you categorize the sequel trilogy as being too serious? Would you say that Rise of Skywalker was too serious? Would you say that The Mandalorian is too serious? Okay, would you say that Obi-Wan trying to hide baby Leia under a trench coat as being too serious? This guy's an idiot. Wants to make Lando fun. Yeah, people like Lando. Yeah, people don't like your droid humping interpretation of Lando Calrissian. Okay, oh my god. But Lando star Donald Glover thinks Star Wars has become a little too serious and wants to bring fun back to a galaxy far, far away. Glover told the Wall Street Journal he believes Star Wars needs to be fun and suggested recent films. The most recent film came out in 2019. There are no recent films, and the next one isn't planned until 2026. What are you talking about? I can't take you seriously. He wants to use his character? You shut your mouth. That's Billy D. Williams' character. His status as a scoundrel to create a fun film that people can relate to. Yeah, people would have liked a Lando movie 10 years ago. But after Solo, like, here's another thing, okay? Like, I cover this stuff on a fairly consistent basis. When people hear the name Lando Calrissian, they don't think Donald Glover, okay? And especially if they were to say, "Hey guys, we're going to be doing a Star Wars spin-off show. It's going to be Lando." Okay, cool. After Solo and after what you did to Obi-Wan, nobody would want your movie. Like, it would not be profitable. That would, honest to God, lose money. It could be fun. Unlike Baby Yoda. Like, what? Oh my god. I just want it to be fun, Glover said when he asked the one thing he wants to bring to Lando, which was originally announced as Solo, a Star Wars story spin-off, but is now being developed as a movie. Really? Is this going to be one of Rian Johnson's trilogy movies? Is it going to be Taika Waititi's movie? He knows how to make fun movies and strike poses on the Emmy red carpet, that hack. As a Star Wars fan myself, oh yes, hello fellow Star Wars fans, I think it's important that there needs to be fun being had. Right, yeah, of course. It's very hard to have fun right now. It's tough because there's some very serious things. Oh my god, is this literally, we can't have fun right now because Orange Man bad? Is that what we're going to do? Oh, these insufferable actors. It's tough because we have very serious things happening, and those are the only things that connect us weirdly. Yeah, because your entertainment became vehicles for the message, and that ended up, stripping away any fun or entertainment in your entertainment. You did that. Your acting ilk did that. So I get why things are serious, but part of the human experience, I believe, is we have a responsibility to have enjoyment, and I just feel like we're lacking in that department. I would agree, but I can take a look at your solutions, and I don't like what I'm seeing. Star Wars, I love it, but sometimes it can be super serious. Can you, outside of just specific examples, or can you point to the super serious parts of Star Wars? Like, it does tackle serious issues, but saying that Star Wars is super serious, I have to disagree. Sometimes it'd be like way too serious. Right. Everything that has to do with the Skywalkers is like so serious. No, it's not. Lando, I think the best part about him is he's a scoundrel, and I feel like people can relate to that. Hey, he's probably like, man, this war is whack. I need money. Oh my god, that's why. Oh my god, that's why he decided to pilot the Millennium Falcon going into Return of the Jedi. You know, he had to go back and help his friends, rather his friend and Han Solo that he double-crossed because he just wanted to get money. It's not like he wanted to be a part of something bigger. Holy shit. I want to bring fun to Star Wars. I just want it to be fun. Lando has no release date and appears to be actively being worked on. Sure it is. As Glover mentioned previously in the interview that he and his brother Steven, who are co-writing the film together, meet up to talk about it. Oh my god, I can't imagine just how awful that script would be. Probably wouldn't be any worse than anything else that Lucasfilm is pumping out right now, but what are we doing? The project has otherwise fallen in and out of obscurity since it was first teased at 2018. Let's also take a look at, and check in with other things that have been mentioned before that's under, and has been teased by Lucasfilm, right? Like the Rian Johnson trilogy, the Dan and Dave trilogy, right? Taika Waititi's film, Kevin Feige's film, Rangers of the New Republic is starring Gina Carano, right? Her schedule's why. Oh, can't do that one. There's the Rey movie that's in development. That'll definitely be going ahead, and they won't be trying to mothball that one. No. That one won't be memory hold. That'll be coming out right after Mandalorian and Grogu. Dave Filoni's Mandoverse movie wrap up, right? Where after, years of jangling around Thrawn to keep people's attention. I'll be doing that, but definitely. This Lando movie, it's coming. Star Wars has never been better, guys. Just so many opportunities that are out there, so many open ends that you can go ahead and exploit at your own leisure, because it's not like, everything hasn't been just complete gold coming out of Lucasfilm in 2024, from The Acolyte to Star Wars Outlaws. Oh god, the brand has never actually been in a worse shape. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.